Well, this is actually a really, I think it's a funny story because when the auditions came, I heard about the show, and then the auditions came to Germany, and I was just like, I don't know if this is for me, because I was just like, I was like, I don't sound like Tina Turner. My voice, I was like, I don't want to ruin my voice, you know. So I was very skeptical more about me being able to, if I was able to do it. So, and I was sick also 2 days before the audition, and I kind of was like, I don't really want to go. So I called my agent. I was like, I'm really sick. He was like, yeah, so you're going. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going. So I went to the audition. I did well, but I didn't have any feeling. I was just like, okay, it was a good audition. And then I got a call back for the final rounds, and that was I had 10 days of craziness. I had to travel through the whole of Germany for other auditions. I was jumping in for Bodyguard in Stuttgart. I had my last shows in Wiesbaden for Jesus Christ Superstar. And at the last day of those 10 days was the audition for Tina Turner. And I was in Stuttgart, so on Monday morning I flew to Hamburg, and I went home quickly to change, and I was so tired, and I was just like, ugh. And I walked to the train station. I had like tears. They were like right behind my eyes, and I was like, Nyassa, okay. And then the only thing I thought was like, okay, Nyassa, suck it up. Tina Turner had worse days than you, so you're just gonna go to that audition and you're gonna do what you have to do. So went to the audition. It again, it went well, but I didn't have. I was like, okay, cool. So I just left, and I did auditions for 2 productions. And a few days later, I got a call that I got both productions, and one of the positions was then alternate for Tina Turner. And then I was like, wow. I was like, wow. So then I went to London and I watched both shows. And the first day I watched the other show and it was okay. It was like, okay, I can do this. And then the day after I saw Tina Turner, I was just like, at the end, I was like, oh my God, I'm terrified. And then I was like, I love a challenge. So I was like, I had to go for the bigger challenge. And I think the universe had bigger plans for me. So here I am. They sent us material from the show. So I sang, I think I sang What's Love Got to Do with It. We could pick a few songs. I think I sang I Can't Stand the Rain. And it was another song. And then they sent us some scenes as well from the show. So we had to prepare all of that. Yeah, and then perform it for the creative team. She came to our premiere and to our press premiere the day before. So I saw her really quickly, and I was in awe. And I was allowed to take a picture with her. So, but we didn't speak, unfortunately. So I'm hoping she's coming to Holland. Of course, I knew her songs. I never really sang them. I don't. I did, like River Deep. I had a little. I've sang before. And of course, when you hear it, you dance along. You can't help yourself. Um, but I never was a huge fan of Tina Turner, but she always intrigued me because just her as a person. And I think especially when I got a little bit older, and I think also maybe after seeing the movie, that I was like, this woman is something special, or someone special. Um, and I never saw her live, and that's something I still regret. I perform live on stage, I mean, and that's something I still regret, that I haven't seen her perform live. It's a very big role, and I was actually thinking about it this morning, and I was just like, it's such an honor that people or Tina or the creative team trusts me to play this part, to tell this story, because I think it's such an incredible story to tell. And I think it's a very important story to tell. And I learned a lot from it as well. Like for me, playing the part, I've learned so much about myself. Every day I learn more. I find things in myself that I didn't think I had in myself. I remember during the rehearsal process for Hamburg, because as an alternate, I'm an alternate, so that means I play twice a week, and also it means they rehearse mostly with the first cast, and every once in a while they'll go like, Nyassa, you give it one go, and then so I have to learn a lot from looking, from watching what other people do, and then I have to. Quite often when the rehearsal's finished, I stayed for an extra hour by myself to just go over stuff, so I would get it in my body, in my system, and everything. And one point there was, unfortunately, our first cast, she got sick, and the next day they had there was a run through and there was a little presentation, and Aaron Bach was gonna come and watch, and I was just like, the pressure. So panic mode 2000, but inside. But I was like, okay, Nyassa, you have to stay calm because you have to do this, you know. And she came up, Ola, our associate director, she came up to me afterwards like, you're a very brave girl. And I was just like, I'd never associated myself as a brave person. And I'm thinking, and also looking at Adrian Warren or something, I'm just like, you need to be a brave person to take on this part. So, yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, it used to be really like when I started this show. Well, it's always, you're always like, you're never fully relaxed. That's one thing. In the first few months, I literally every time I started the show, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I had no idea because it's 22 songs. You're on stage the whole time, you know, and it's like this mountain that you have to climb, and you just don't know if you're gonna make it. Um, and I made it every single time. I'm gonna do knock on wood to keep doing that. um, but yeah, it was really, it's this thing in your head. Just you go. So now I got a little bit more at peace with that. I'm like, I've made it every time so far, so I will make it. Now the thing is just I will make it. I just don't know how. That's my new thing. When I saw the show, and actually also now playing the show, one of my favorite moments is the end of the end of the first act with the key. That when I saw that, I just went like straight to my heart and was just like, whoa, you know. It's such a powerful moment in the show. It's where everything changed. It's where she decided no more, and but not in a bitter way. It was just like, it's done and I'm gonna move on with no hard feelings. Yeah, that's powerful. It's gonna, if I just look at the show, I love Open Arms. I love The Best, just because of the moment in the show, and obviously I don't want to fight no more. Yeah. What I normally do is I already do my vocal warm up at home, mostly under the shower, because then it's like not, because it's always nice when it's not too dry, the air. So under the shower obviously it's warm and it's nice. So most of the time I do my warm up there. Sometimes I do a little bit of yoga at home just to get the body going. And then when I get to the theater, I'll do more like a physical warm up, more like cardio. Um, and then I have to be there like an hour. I'm always there an hour and 15 minutes before the show. So I have some time for myself. And then we have a fight call where we do all the fights that are in the show. So we, like me and the Ike that's on that night or for that show, we just felt one another for one time before the show. Um, it's just more a security thing because we all know what we have to do, but it's just nice to have that feeling beforehand. Then I go into the makeup, and then depending on how quick they are with the makeup, I have like 15 to 10 minutes before myself before the show starts. So then I focus, talk to myself a little bit, and then breathe in, out, and go. I actually wanted to become a ballet dancer. I started doing ballet when I was 3 years old. And yeah, I wanted to be a ballet dancer. I loved it. And I even auditioned for like this preschool in Holland. But then they told me that the build of my body wasn't right enough. So then, it didn't crush me at the time, thank God. But but for me, the only thing you could do on the stage was ballet. But I always, my mom says that I was always in front of the television dancing. When people were dancing, I was dancing along and singing along. Um, and then at one point, a friend of mine, she told me about the musical academy in Amsterdam. So then I tried out for that twice. Yeah, and then I saw, and at one time I saw Fame, the musical in Holland. They were on tour, and then when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, this is what I want to do. I want to be like this on stage. Yeah. So yeah, and then Holland came. Um, that like Holland. So I did the production now in Hamburg, and then yeah, then the it came up that I was gonna go to Holland. So I was like, would I like to go to Holland? And I was like, yeah, why not? I mean, I'm Dutch, haven't worked there for 13 years. So I told one of the producers that if there was a chance, I would be interested. And he was like, okay, we're gonna cast the show. We will keep you in our minds, but if we find someone else here, we're probably gonna go with this person because I'm valuable in Hamburg. So it would be. So then, but then apparently they couldn't find anyone. And then they came to watch a show in Hamburg. That was basically my audition. So I had the best audition ever because I could show everything with the whole look and everything. Yeah, and then they offered me the part in Holland. Yeah, I think all the songs that are here in German are going to be in Dutch. So that's going to be new, different. Um, I remember when, because before we started rehearsals, they gave me like a week, a boot camp week where we already sang through all the songs, and we went to London to learn some of the choreography already. And I remember opening up the score, and I saw that it was in German, and I looked at the at the conductor. I was like, "You translated it?" I was like, "No way." So I was very skeptical. Um, and I get why people, of course, I get why people are skeptical. But also when Erwin Bach came to watch the show, he said like that maybe it's also because he's German, that it landed more with him, like the things that were sung, because it tells the story more. So yes, if you go to the musical and expect just like the music, if you're there for the music, it might not be the right place. But if you're there to listen to her story, I think it's you're at the right place. And it's also then the German songs really work. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so happy that they invited me, or that you guys invited me. I'm really excited. I just want to have fun with you guys and get to know you and see you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.